What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, this video has a lot of exciting information for holiday 2025, stuff that I can confirm, and that is the return of the Air Jordan 11 Gamma. I know a lot of you will be excited about that. As well, Jordan Brand will be releasing the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air. Much more information on those two later on in the video. As well, I can confirm that Jordan Brand will be releasing the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat, the Air Jordan 12 Taxi, and many other shoes that I've talked about during the holiday season. There's a lot. Now, there's also a lot from Nike in this video and one thing from ADIDAS. And now, let's jump into the news. We have a new colorway of the ADIDAS Anthony Edwards 1 Low. This pair is known as Slick Blue. Now, this pair is a tribute to Anthony Edwards' longtime friend, well, his friend of 8 years, who is known as Nick Slick Maddox. So this pair features a blue burst, core black, and blue burst color combination, and I like this shade of blue. This is very clean. Now, the overall look does resemble that of other ADIDAS AE1 Lows. The only difference is, aside from the colorway, lands on the tongue. Instead of the AE logo, it features Nick's initials, which he signed. So the upper on this pair is done in black. We have the carbon fiber heel overlay. The 3 Stripes brand on the heel will be done in blue. The same blue wraps the honeycomb on the panels as well as the toe box, midsole, and across the translucent rubber outsole. So if you're interested in buying this pair, they drop on December 14th, and the retail price will be $110. Quick heads up on the Nike SB Dunk Low in dark smoke gray. Now, these were initially supposed to drop on December 3rd. However, the release date has been delayed on the Sneakers app. So now they're going to be released on December 10th. So a week later, and the retail price will be $115. I know some of you who watch are fans of the Nike Air Flight 89. The model, which is based off the Air Jordan 4, will be releasing in more colorways, but in low top form. Here we have the Air Flight 89 Low, known as Oreo. Now, I'm not sure about the low top version, but I swear that this is an OG colorway or an older release colorway. We've seen it drop in the past. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but let me know if I am. Or if I'm right, just let me know down below. Now, in my opinion, these are super clean. I like the model a lot. The low top version of this pair also looks good in my opinion. It doesn't look so bad. Sometimes, on lows, they don't look right. But as you can see, the pair features a clean black and white colorway. The pair is constructed with leather. We have perforations on the toe box. And then we have white on the classic Flight logo, branding on the tongues, the swoosh, liner. Probably one of the downfalls about the shoe. I'm not a fan of white being on the liner. Nike Air embroidered on the heels across the midsole, and then we have a black rubber outsole to complete the look. Now, as for a release date, unfortunately, we don't have one, but they are expected to drop spring 2025, which means a release will take place between January and March. Also, the retail price will be $140. As most of you know, Jordan Brand will be celebrating its 40th anniversary in 2025. Well, technically not Jordan Brand, but when the Air Jordan line started. And the first release was the Air Jordan 1, as everybody knows. However, Nike is also celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Nike Dunk. And they'll have some surprises coming next year, and one of the pairs that will return is the Nike Dunk High Michigan. Now, this pair features a midnight navy varsity maize in white colorway. Now, this pair is known as being part of the College Colors program, as well as the Be True to Your School series. Basically, what Nike did is they made colorways that matched college uniforms where athletes could wear them, or people who are fans of the school could also wear them. So as you can see, we have navy across the overlays in the swoosh, and then yellow will fill in the base, tongue, and ankle. As most of you already know, they won't feature Michigan branding. They do have Nike Air branding on the tongue and insoles, and then we have a white midsole and a navy rubber outsole to complete the look. Another pair that we don't have a release date for, but they are expected to drop in spring 2025, and the retail price will be $135. This is kind of a funny release to me, and it's the Nike Vapor Edge Kobe 6 Grinch Cleat. Now, most of you know they have already released, which took place on November 28th. However, there's going to be another release. Now, why is this release funny? Is because I've seen a bunch of people who are known to resell shoes so happy that they picked these up, and I know they don't play football. Granted, that's kind of how things are now. People will find a way to resell stuff, and I can't 100% be mad at it because it's kind of part of the sneaker community now, how many years it's been going on. My whole thoughts about the resell thing, I think to a certain degree, if you pick up 1 or 2 pairs and you flip them to buy another pair of shoe, I'm good with that. But honestly, it does suck not being able to get a shoe at retail. However, for the most part, a lot of Jordans are easier to obtain. But then you have these collaborations and stuff like this, which is almost impossible to get at retail. Now, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. If I really want a shoe and it sells out, I will pay resale. But if you want a chance to purchase these and do whatever you want to do with them, if you plan on playing in them, reselling them, or just having them part of your Kobe collection, they're going to be re-released again on December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. The retail price will be $230. Months, and I mean months ago, we received a first look at the Air Zoom Spiridon OG in Sport Red, and the first look came from the Sneakers Live. So it was just a preview of what's to come, and ever since then, we knew they were returning, but we didn't have new images. But now we have a detailed look at the upcoming release, and to me, these look spot on to the OG. Now, I could be off here, so let me know down below. I do know where I usually get my shoes from, and I do, short reviews. They have these in, so I will be dropping a short on these soon. I'm not sure exactly when, probably next week. I need to go pick them up first. But yeah, I've been pretty excited that Nike is bringing back this pair as well as showing love to the Spiridon. For me, this is a must pick up. Now, it doesn't seem like every retailer is going to have them. They're not labeled a quick strike, but they should be released on the Sneakers app as well as boutiques. And as for the release date, this pair is scheduled to drop on December 20th for $160. Chocolate Skateboards is celebrating its 30th anniversary with a special and limited Nike SB Dunk Low release. Now, the shoes are limited to 30 pairs and will be available via an eBay auction. So you already know these will be almost impossible to get unless you have deep pockets. Now, Chocolate Skateboards did collaborate with Nike SB on the Dunk Low back in 2002, and this pair will feature a University Gold, white, and dark russet colorway. So unlike its original collaboration, this pair has more of a vibrant theme. It features yellow suede on the upper with an orange/brown hue across the base. Next, we have white on the swoosh logos, and then we have red on the heel tabs, as well as a gum rubber outsole. Now, the pair does come packaged in the classic Nike SB box, the ones that usually the more limited pairs are packaged in, featuring an off-white hue and gray. They also come with 3 sets of laces. Laced up, we have white, but the additional laces include yellow and red. In addition to the sneakers, if you do win, they come with an oversized skate deck box, which also comes with a reissued Chocolate Molder Sun Series deck, and a Stuzy chocolate t-shirt. All the proceeds will support Decade, a nonprofit organization that empowers youth through skateboarding and art initiatives. Also, if I forgot to mention, each pair is individually numbered, either 1 through 30. Now, the auction will start on December 7th and run until December 14th. The starting bid is $19.94, which is a tribute to the year that Chocolate Skateboards was founded in 1994. I'm going to be honest, these are alright. They're not that great. I was hoping for something more when I heard rumors that a limited drop was going to take place. I like their original release. I think that looks dope. The branding on the side of these, which features chocolate and a circle around it, is like the only standout feature to me. Other than that, this looks like more of an inline SB Dunk that would be released, not a special drop. Oh, and the other detail that they do have is a chocolate label on the inside of the tongues. Other than that, this is like an inline drop. Not to say it's not dope, it's just that I would feel that they would do something bigger, maybe get a bit more creative, but that's just my opinion. I know you guys say that I like every shoe, and for the most part I do, but I do want to say sometimes when I'm not a fan, and this is just one of them. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As most of you know, Supreme is collaborating with Nike SB once again to release multiple colorways of the SB Dunk Low, all feature a similar theme. And we received a first full look at one of the colorways, which is known as white and metallic silver. Now there's rumored to be 5 pairs, although I only have confirmation of 4. And what I will say is this is another pair that I'm definitely not a fan of. Maybe it's just due to this first look and the photos being so bad. But from the 2 images that we do have, as you can see, it features a white leather upper. We have silver on the swoosh, which might be 3M reflective, I'm not entirely sure. We have 94 embroidered by the heel, and that is for the year that Supreme was founded. Supreme branding is also debossed onto the midsole, and then the insoles will feature red with Supreme and Nike SB branding. Maybe some of the other colorways will look better. I know mock-ups have been going around and some preview shots of the other ones, but the white and metallic silver, this is the first shoe that we actually have like a full preview of. But yeah, like always, let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. This pair, along with the others, are expected to drop in spring 2025, and the retail price will be $135. Images finally leaked of the Nike Kobe 6 Protro Dodgers, and they are a little bit different in comparison to Vanessa Bryant's PE. I think I like the PE a bit more, and I'll point out the differences, but this shoe features a Game Royal white and University red colorway. Now, overall, the shoes do look pretty close to the PE. They do feature the baseball seams on the tongue, which I think is a plus, and they have Kobe Bryant's number 8 stamped by the heel. Now, I will say that these images are kind of bad because it makes the white look more of a cream shade. I'm really hoping that this is due to the lighting because that's supposed to be white. Now, the difference between the PE and what will be released at retailers lands on the heels. So the PE has a white heel counter, but the retail pair, it'll be done in blue and it'll have a translucent finish. The heels itself on the PE is white, but on the retail pair, it'll be blue. I think the PE looks better in my opinion. Some of you guys might disagree with that, and that's totally fine. One thing that I am a fan of is that they still included the baseball seams on the tongues. I think that looks really good. And yeah, these are overall a nice pair. I still like them, although they're different than the PE. But let me know your thoughts down below. Now, as for the release details, this pair will drop on April 13th, 2025, and the retail price will be $190. Man, the Foamposite is coming back in a great way. Specifically for the Foamposite Pro, we have the pearls returning as well as the pine green. For the Foamposite 1, we have the Galaxy. I know I'm forgetting some other colorways. I know there's a black and Volt pair coming. Those are nice as well. And now we have details on another upcoming Air Foamposite 1, which is known as Deep Royal. So just a heads up, the image used is a mock-up. However, from what I heard, it's an accurate mock-up of what's releasing. This pair will feature Deep Royal in Black Ice colorway. Now, as you can see, the pair features royal blue across the Foamposite shell. We have black nubuck on the upper. The same shade also hits the mesh tongues, laces, carbon fiber midfoot shank plate, and the heel. And then we have a little bit more blue on the pull tabs, and then an icy blue translucent outsole. Now, although I do like the shoes, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This reminds me a lot of the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Royal. Yes, it's a different shade. It isn't as vibrant. I feel like they should have put this colorway on the Foamposite Pro. That would have also resembled Ben Gordon's PE, which also had a retail release. But overall, these are dope. I do plan on picking them up when they go on sale because I don't see these selling out. And as for the release details, this pair will drop fall 2025, which means a release will take place between July and September. Also, the retail price will be $230. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and in the last several videos, I went over some different models that were inspired by the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined. We had the Air Jordan 4 RM and the Air Jordan 1 Mid. The color blocking and some of the other details are inspired by the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined, and they also feature 3M reflective detailing. Now, as most of you know, in spring 2025, Jordan Brand will release the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. So releasing alongside the shoes, well, around the same time, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low Cool Gray. Now, from the looks of it, this pair does represent the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. Very nice. Now, this shoe might not be for everybody. It does not feature Nike Air branding. I know a lot of people only go after the Jordan 1 Low with Nike Air, known as the OG model. But this shoe features a medium gray, white, and cool gray colorway. So as you can see, the shoes feature gray throughout. And what the 9s are known for is the patent leather used. And it's present here, which wraps the toe, covers the eye stays, and fills in the swoosh. Now we also have gray across the base, which is constructed with nubuck. It covers the tongue. White will fill in the laces, Jumpman on the insoles, the wings on the heel, and runs across the midsole. Finishing the look on these is a dark semi-translucent rubber outsole. If you're a fan, definitely wait until they go on sale because they 100% will. And as for a release date, this pair will drop spring 2025 and the retail price will be $125. Not too long ago, we received a first look at the Air Jordan 3 Lucky Shorts. There were some mixed opinions about the shoe, and my biggest issue is the shade of blue used appears to be a lot darker than originally anticipated. Now, that could also be due to the lighting, so we're going to have to wait to get some more images soon. I do know that there's some videos and some images going around of this pair, but that's actually a fake. So I'm waiting to get a good first look soon, and we should be getting one soon because the reason I'm talking about them again is that the release date has been pushed forward. So if you missed out on the initial release date, this pair was scheduled to drop on March 29th. However, the new release date is February 22nd, which I find a bit weird because so many shoes have been pushed out of February because it was stacked. Some shoes we don't even have release timeframes for, but were initially supposed to drop in February. For example, the Air Jordan 4 Rare Air. But this shoe now has a release date for February 22nd. Don't get me wrong, I like this shoe. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel because this pair doesn't feature elephant print. It has suede around the toe and heel. But I will admit that it's not a bad look. It actually goes together nice. I'm just really hoping that the shade of blue is a bit brighter, but that's something we'll have to wait and see on. Now, the official colorway is white, hydrogen blue, legend blue, photon dust, pure platinum, and cell. Now, the reason why they're called Lucky Shorts is because this pair is inspired by Michael Jordan wearing his pair of practice shorts underneath his uniform. He started this in college, which led the UNC Tar Heels to win an NCAA championship in 1982, and from there it stuck with them. He would wear them while playing for the Bulls. Also, as for the retail price, they'll cost $200 in men's, $150 in grade school, $90 in preschool, and $75 in toddler sizes. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. We got a small update on the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined. Now, although this is a small update, I do feel it's important. Now, the shoes are being reimagined, as everybody knows, and the reimagined part about the shoes is the reflective 3M detailing. Now, initially, reports were going out that the Nike Air on the heel would be 3M reflective as well as the piping throughout. Basically, where the nubuck overlays are, the edges that appear white were supposed to be 3M reflective. However, that isn't going to be the case. So, a good friend of mine, most of you know him, Z Sneakerhead Z, he got the pair early and he took some pictures and whatnot. He's going to share those images very soon on his IG. But him and I were talking and he told me that those raw edges will not be 3M reflective. It's actually just white. So the shoes will have 3M reflective detailing on the tongue and the Nike Air on the heel, but not the edges that we initially thought. Now, this reminds me a lot of the Air Jordan 11 OG, the bread colorway, because where the patent leather comes up, the edges are white right there. It was like that clean, raw finish. So that's basically what they're doing with this shoe. I know some people didn't like that. They didn't like that they were going to feature 3M reflective on the piping or the edges throughout. So I wanted to share that with you guys to get your opinion. I'm sure some people we're okay with it. Either way, it does stand out being white, and it is different compared to the OG. Now, other than that, the images that I'm going to use are retailer photos. I'm waiting for Z to share his images officially, and I'll go over those in the next video. But the shoes will come with 2 sets of laces. Laced up are white laces, but they'll also come with a set of black laces. So if you're not a fan of the white laces, which personally I am, then you can always swap that out. Now, the reason for the white laces is that MJ's PE had white laces in them. And personally, I feel that it makes the shoe pop a bit more. They'll also come with the OG style box, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. And the tongue does sit a bit higher compared to previous retros, which in my opinion, I do feel is closer to the OG. Now, the ankle has slimmed down a bit, another positive, but the toe box is still a bit bulky. So maybe going forward on the Grape Air Jordan 5 and the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red with the black tongue, the toe box will be slimmed down a bit. But yeah, for me, these are 100% pickup. They're still clean. I don't mind them having 3M. I guess that part of it is still closer to the OG. Although it's white, it does stand out. Now, as for the release date, this pair will drop on February 8th. They will be available in full family sizing. So the retail price in adult sizing is $210. Grade school costs $160. Preschool is priced at $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. Now, these are going to be a GR. A ton of pairs available. There is some hype for them, but I don't see them selling out super fast. Personally, I feel at this stage, if you really want a pair, you'll be able to get them on the release date. I'm unsure if they're going to go on sale or not. I don't think they will, but I do know when they last dropped, which was in 2016, they did sit for quite a bit. And maybe that was due to the retail price. It was, I believe, $220 or $225 around there, which was a lot for a retro. But let me know your thoughts on the shoes not having 3M reflective on the piping down in the comment section below. All right, guys, if I sound tired, it's really because I am. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. I got a message talking about the holiday 2025 releases, and I knew this couldn't wait another day. I knew I had to get this out. Big shout out to my guy, my source. You know who you are. I was actually editing this video, and I got a bunch of news. A lot of things have changed for holiday 2025. Well, not a lot of things, but a few things have, a few big things. So some of this video I'm going to scrap. You won't be able to hear it until Monday, but it'll be worth it. But there was some very important stuff I needed to talk about for this one. Now, we're going to be confirming releases as well as breaking some exclusive news. So the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Air Jordan 10 Shadow. This pair is confirmed to be released, but during holiday 2025. Now, initially they were supposed to drop in fall 2025, but they have been delayed. Now, the original colorway on this shoe is Dark Shadow, True Red, and Black. However, for 2025, the actual colorway will be Charred Gray, True Red, and Black. Doesn't make a difference, I know, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And they will come with a toe cap, so I know some people like the toe cap, some people dislike it, but it's here to stay, at least for now. The Steel 10 will also have a toe cap. Also, just to run it back some history, the shoes first dropped in 1994. We saw another release in 2008, however, it was a bit different. They were packaged with the Air Jordan 13, part of the Countdown Pack series, and both pairs equaled the number 23, which helped celebrate the release of the Air Jordan 23. That pair had the number 23 stitched on the ankle and a lighter checkered pattern on the liner. And then the last time we saw the shoes drop was in 2018. So, holiday 2025 is when they're going to return, but with a toe cap, and the retail price is expected to be $210. Another sneaker that Z Sneakerhead Z and I announced would be returning is the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny. We talked about it back in August, however, at that time we didn't know when they would be released, although I expected holiday 2025. And I can confirm these are going to return holiday 2025. The official colorway on these is white, black, and true red. More than likely, these will be available in full family sizing, although I don't have the confirmation on that just yet. As most of you know, this is an OG colorway, first dropped in 1993. We saw another release take place in 2003, and then the last time they dropped was in 2013. So every 10 years, Jordan Brand was releasing this shoe. Until now, of course, it'll be 12 years since the last time they dropped. And I know a lot of people are happy about hearing this shoe return. I know I'm happy. But holiday 2025 is when they're going to be released, which means they're going to drop between October and December, and the retail price will be $210. Another shoe that I'm sure everybody is excited about returning is the Air Jordan 12 Taxi. Now, most of you know the shoe was expected to return, but when I announced it, the season wasn't 100% confirmed, and I did receive an update that they are locked in for holiday 2025. The official colorway on these will be white, black, and taxi, just like the previous releases. More than likely, they will be available in full family sizing. They first released back in 1996, and we would eventually see a retro of this shoe in 2008, which was part of the Countdown Pack series. They came packaged with the Air Jordan 11, and then the last time we saw them release was in 2013. So another shoe from 2013 returning in 2025. This time around, the shape will be updated. The 2013 pair wasn't bad, but the shape is off. But yeah, I can't wait for this pair to return. Anyways, holiday 2025 is when they're going to be released, and the retail price will be $210. The Air Jordan 4 Black Cat is another shoe that I announced would return in 2025. Again, we didn't know exactly when, but I did expect that they would drop holiday 2025. And now I can confirm, yes, they will be returning in holiday 2025. Now, the last time these shoes dropped was in 2020. Resale prices for these have been pretty crazy. So 5 years later, they're going to return. Now, the original release of the shoe took place in 2006. The 2006 pair came with a poster of Michael Jordan hitting what's known as the shot over Craig Elo in 1989. You know, when these dropped back in 2006, not many people cared about them, but 2020, totally different story. People went crazy for them, even to this day. But if you missed out on the release in 2020, this will be another chance for you to purchase. This time around, the shape will be updated. So in my opinion, that will look better than the 2020 release. The official colorway on these will be black, black, and light graphite, just like the previous pair. We do have a style code. So for this shoe, everything is locked in, and the retail price is expected to be $215. Also, since they are dropping holiday 2025, it means that a release will take place between October and December. Now, these next two shoes are the reason why I stopped editing the current video and decided to re-record and add the holiday 2025 releases. Now, during holiday 2025, we're going to have two Air Jordan 11 releases. These two will be for men. Now, I don't know what will be the women's release just yet, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air. Now, what you're looking at is a mock-up. I don't know how they're going to look just yet, but the colorway will be deep royal blue, fire red, cell, black, and muslin. Now, the overall color blocking resembles that of the Air Jordan 3 and Air Jordan 4 Rare Air releases. Not only that, we have two Air Jordan 1 High OG Rare Air releases, and the color blocking matches one of those. Now, at the time of recording, I don't know if they'll come with patches or anything different about the shoes. Now, I know on the other Rare Air pairs, they do have some changes. For example, the Air Jordan 1 High OG will feature a wear-away upper, well, at least on the swoosh. The 4s have tongue patches that can be removed. And on the Air Jordan 3, the Nike Air is backwards on the heel. Also, on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rare Air in Cinnabar, they'll have the wings and Nike Air logo placed on the medial side. So more than likely, these will have something different about them. It's just that I don't know what it'll be at the time of recording. But for now, we have the mock-up, and they are expected to debut holiday 2025, and the retail price should be $230, but that isn't confirmed just yet. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. If they look just like this, would you buy? So there's been some change of plans at Jordan Brand. Now, when I heard this information, I was a bit shocked because initially the Air Jordan 11 in black, red, and gray was supposed to drop during December 2025. That was going to be the holiday 2025 Air Jordan 11 release. However, they have scrapped that. And now what we'll be releasing instead is what many people wanted and have been asking for, and it's the Air Jordan 11 Gamma. Yes, the Gamma will be returning during holiday 2025, specifically in December. Now, these are confirmed to be released. Now, the previous Air Jordan 11 was going to feature a black, red, and gray colorway. Now, there was a mock-up that was put out. That wasn't an accurate mock-up. However, from what I've heard, there is a sample of what was supposed to drop. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say how they were supposed to look like, so unfortunately at this time, I can't say. But either way, they're no longer releasing. Now, I know for a fact that Jordan Brand sees what people say online. They are watching because I know the reason why they changed to the Air Jordan 11 Gamma is because everybody wanted them to return. So we do have a style code for the shoe. It's locked in. I have the colorway, which is black, gamma blue, black, and varsity maize. Now, this shoe originally released in 2013. It's not an original colorway, but people love this pair, and it's a dope pair for sure. Now, the 2025 release won't exactly look like the 2013, and what I mean by that is they're going to have the OG shape. Now, the color blocking will be on point, but they'll feature a higher cut patent leather, which will have peaks and so forth. I'm sure most of us are used to that by now. I personally don't mind it. I think the lower cut patent leather looks a bit off to me now. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but let me know down below. Anyways, this is great news in my opinion. And as for a release date, unfortunately, I don't have one at the time of recording, but they will return in December. And the retail price should be $230. Also, this pair should be available in full family sizing. Let me know your thoughts on this pair returning down in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, speaking of new videos, I will be dropping a review of the Air Jordan 12 Blueberry on Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. Always appreciate you guys tuning in, giving your feedback, and so forth. But for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.